We want your dating stories. Are you heterosexual,
Homosexual
bisexual?
or asexual?
It doesn't matter. We're here to talk about your dating stories. Hi everyone, this is Ophey.
And this is Shan.
You're watching
Ophey and Shan Dating Channel.
This week we're celebrating
Hanukkah! So happy Hanukkah to all of the Jewish people out there. Ophey, oh my god, I have to say, you look absolutely gorgeous
Really?
and glamorous.
Oh, thank you. And thank you. And you look very shiny and glittery.
I know, you can't miss me.
For our new viewers out there, that we will read your dating stories, and we'll have flagging system. Either it's a red flag or green flag.
Yeah, and then we'll count up the flags and we'll give you a decision on whether it's a stop and don't go on another date with a guy or go for it and go for another date with the guy. This week we have a letter from Alice Waeguk in Korea. She's talking about Love Motel. Let's see what she has to say. So I went on a date with a really hot, smart Korean Japanese guy about 2 weeks ago. He speaks 3 languages and his dad was an ambassador to the US for Korea, so the guy has lived all over the world. His English was great and he seemed very interesting. The first date was pretty good. He took me to a Korean chain restaurant, which was kind of meh, and he hadn't seemed to have put much thought into where he was going to take me, but the food was good and the conversation was easy and flowing. We talked about our mutual love for travel and the hardships and funny situations that sometimes arise from being a foreigner in a foreign land, like I am here.
He then took me to his favorite bar in the foreign western part of Seoul, where we ran into his ex-girlfriend. Talk about awkward. He then decided that it was too awkward, so we left and went to another bar. He paid for everything, which was nice. Then the conversation started to get weird.
Ooh.
He asked me if I liked sex and then told me that he had a small penis. What? Why are you asking me this on a first date, and why are you telling me your penis is tiny? After I navigated my way through his weird questions, he called it a night. We agreed to see each other again in 2 weeks.
He picked me up in his car and again had not decided on a specific restaurant to go to, so we drove around for 30 minutes. I was starving. We finally found one. I wasn't being picky, and again it was a cheap chain. This time the conversation didn't flow as well. After dinner, I asked him where we were going, and he told me to a sex room. Here in Korea, there are places called love motels where couples go to, well, have sex, because most people live with their parents till they get married. I thought he was kidding because 1, it was only the second date, and 2, he lives alone and has his own place.
Well, we ended up at a love motel where he then asked me to use my cash to pay for the room because he didn't want the motel to show up on his credit card. All signs pointed to me being married. Needless to say, I told him to take me home and declined his invitation to spend the night with him. Am I crazy and jumping the gun on assuming he is a married man? Or should I stay clear from this guy? Help! Alice Waeguk in Korea.
Waeguk, Alice, you said that you guys have things in common, that he's interesting, that you're attracted to him, that the conversation is good, and that he paid for everything. Well, hello, that's obviously a green flag.
That's also a green flag from me. It seems like he's a very nice date. You're attracted to him, conversation flows well, and he's being a gentleman, paying for everything. So, yeah, great guy. Green flag. You ran into his ex-girlfriend at a bar and it was too awkward for him, so you guys have to leave. I have to give it a red flag. I don't know why it is awkward if they end in a good term, so there's something suspicious there that you need to explore. So, red flag.
Well, I know what you mean, Ophie, but I'm going to give this a green flag because at least he's not talking about his ex all night long, and that can be super annoying when you're being compared to someone's ex all the time. So at least, he had the decency to concentrate on you all night and give you his full attention and not be distracted by an ex. Green flag. Oh my god, way gook. Alice. Oh my god. The conversation got weird when he started talking about sex and the size of his genitals on the first date. This is a total red flag. Hello. Who does that? Who does that? That is definitely not acceptable for a first date conversation. Okay, red flag.
It is also a red flag from me. You don't hear women talk about their genital down there on the first date. Why would you disclose that kind of information? Like, especially it's not something to bribe about. He's talking about how small it is.
Yeah.
Why did you think it's an appealing thing to even discuss on your date? Red flag. Wait, Cook. You say the second date he's still unprepared and you guys went to the sex room and love motel even though he has his own place. I have to give this red flag because first of all it is only a second date and he's inviting you to go to the hotel, and that's the underlying tone of, this is a sex thing for him, not establishing a relationship with you. And he's very unprepared. So it all indicated that he just, want to get it done with it. And especially he has his own place and still take you to the love sex motel. So yeah, I think it's all indicating to, sex. So red flag.
I totally agree. Red flag. It's pretty much all about the sex with this guy. He's not even being subtle. He didn't prepare anything for you on the date. He just wanted to get that part of it over with so that he could take you to the love motel or the sex room and have sex with you. This is not good for dating someone for, a relationship down the road. It's totally just about the sex for this guy. So red flag. Way gook. Alice, oh my god. So, he wanted you to pay for the love motel so that it didn't show up on his credit card, and you thought that it was a sign that he is married? Total red flag. Everything about this stinks to high heaven. It's totally fishy. First of all, the fact that he's either cheap or crazy to not want you to pay, to not want to pay for the love motel is really fishy. He might be married, or it could be that he has someone else at home that he doesn't want to see that on his bill. And he has his own place. And he's taking you to a love motel? That's very weird as well. Why wouldn't you be intimate in somewhere that actually is more comfortable? And yeah, I mean, just the whole thing stinks to high heaven. So definitely a warning sign to be suspicious about everything. I don't know if he's married, but there could be someone else at home, and he's keeping you at arm's length because he probably doesn't want a closer relationship.
Alice, it is also a red flag from me. Everything indicated that he just wants to have sex. He doesn't want to have an interpersonal relationship with you. he couldn't take you back to his place, which I won't jump into a conclusion that he is married. However, I think he may have somebody at home or he's living with someone. So yeah, and also he doesn't want the hotel to show on his bill, which is also he might be sharing his credit card with somebody. Either it's family credit card or he has somebody checking his bill. So red flag. Shannon, that's kind of our flags. I have 4 reds and 1 green.
I think you don't like this guy very much.
Obviously. How about you?
I've got 3 reds and 2 greens.
What?
Alice, Wiggook, definitely go for a different guy. I mean, first impressions are so important, and maybe he didn't mean for it to be that weird on those 2 dates that you went on, but there were just some really awkward, really unacceptable things going on, so I say go for another guy, yeah. Or, I mean, if you want, you could try and see if you could be friends with him, but as a date for a relationship, no, definitely go for a different guy.
It is definitely a stop from me. Stop the communication from him, stop going out on dates with him, stop going to Love Motel with him, and trying to pay for it with your credit card, because he's definitely not worth for a relationship. And I assume that's where you want to establish something with somebody. So yeah, stop it. Our audience, what do you think? Whether it is a go
Or a stop.
Please commenting on our Facebook page under the video whether it is a stop
or a go. And please send us your dating stories
to opheyandshan@gmail.com.
and please subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. And next episode will be
Christmas!
Yay!
Jingle bell,
Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye!
If you like our videos,
Or don't like our videos,
or you don't know what we're talking about,
it's
okay! Subscribe! Subscribe?
subscribe.
Subscribe!
Subscribe.
Subscribe!
Subscribe.